Ever feel like your electric bill is a never-ending drain on your wallet? You're not alone. Most people accept those high charges as a fact of life, just another necessary evil that comes with keeping the lights on. But what if I told you that's a lie? I managed to slash my bill down to just $40 a month, and I didn't have to live like a monk to do it. In fact, I discovered a few game-changing secrets that anyone can implement, and the results were beyond satisfying. Imagine paying less for energy than you ever thought possible. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, buckle up because I'm about to share how I did it and how you can too. The truth is, most people are wasting energy and money without even realizing it. From leaving appliances plugged in to running outdated systems that guzzle power, it's the small, overlooked habits that really add up. But here's the kicker. You don't need expensive solar panels or the latest gadgets to make a real difference. I found simple, practical tweaks that transformed my bill and changed my perspective on energy consumption forever. Ready to find out how to take control of your energy costs? Let's dive in, because these tips could be the key to cutting your bill in half or more. The dream of owning a home often comes with a heavy dose of reality check, one that many homebuyers weren't quite prepared for. High regret has become a common sentiment, as people realize that buying a house isn't just about the thrill of getting the keys. It's about the long-term commitment and unexpected costs that come with it. Many buyers jump into the market driven by emotion rather than careful planning, often overlooking the fine print that later comes back to haunt them. It's a classic case of wanting the lifestyle without fully understanding the price. One of the biggest drivers of regret is the rush to buy amid soaring home prices, low inventory, and fierce competition. Buyers often waive essential steps like inspections to beat out other offers, only to discover issues after the fact, like a leaky roof or faulty plumbing. A good example is Sarah, who rushed to close on her dream home, only to be blindsided by a $15,000 foundation repair months later. That rush, that sense of urgency, can lead to costly mistakes that linger for years. It's like buying a car without ever lifting the hood. The psychological toll also plays a significant role. Many buyers feel trapped in a cycle of financial anxiety. Suddenly, the charming fixer-upper becomes a never-ending money pit. This is a reality check that hits hard because it's not just about affording the mortgage. It's about everything else that comes with it. And just when they think they've figured it out, something else breaks or needs updating. But hey, this is just the beginning of the journey. Next up are the challenges that come with navigating this unpredictable market. Navigating today's housing market feels a bit like trying to read a map while the landscape keeps shifting under your feet. The unpredictability of prices, fluctuating interest rates, and sudden changes in government policies make it a tough environment for even the most seasoned buyers. Imagine planning to buy when rates are low, only to watch them spike overnight. It's a roller coaster that leaves many feeling disoriented and unprepared. This isn't just a market, it's a battlefield, and without the right strategy, you're bound to take a hit. What complicates matters further is the flood of misinformation and hype that dominates social media. Influencers and so-called experts often paint a rosy picture of instant wealth through real estate, glossing over the gritty realities of the market. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement, but the truth is, not every deal is a good deal. Consider John, who bought into a hot market based on a viral TikTok video, only to find himself underwater when prices corrected. It's a harsh reminder that not all that glitters is gold. The key to surviving this market chaos is education and preparation. Knowing when to jump and when to hold back can make all the difference. It's about playing the long game, doing your homework, and understanding that sometimes the best move is to sit tight and wait. But as we delve deeper, there's a cost that many fail to account for: the high price of acquiring a home in today's competitive landscape. The cost of acquiring a home today feels like a relentless uphill climb. Between soaring property prices, hefty down payments, and hidden fees, buyers often find themselves stretched thin just to get a foot in the door. It's not just about saving for years to scrape together a down payment. There's also the added sting of closing costs, taxes, and those unexpected extras that seem to pop up out of nowhere. Many enter the process with a budget in mind, only to see it balloon beyond what they ever imagined. It's a classic case of sticker shock. For instance, consider the impact of rising interest rates. A modest increase can turn an affordable monthly payment into a budget-busting burden. Take Emma, who is on the verge of purchasing her first home. A sudden rate hike added hundreds to her monthly bill, forcing her to downsize her dreams significantly. And then there are the little-known fees, like inspection costs, homeowners association dues, and insurance premiums that can easily add thousands more to the final tally. It's like getting hit with wave after wave when you're already struggling to stay afloat. The financial strain doesn't just end at the purchase. It extends into maintenance, repairs, and upgrades that keep the house livable. New homeowners often find themselves dipping into savings or, worse, racking up credit card debt just to keep up. The home you've worked so hard to buy starts feeling more like a financial drain than a source of pride. And as we move forward, it's crucial to understand that avoiding costly errors can make or break the entire homeownership experience. Buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions many will ever make, yet it's surprisingly easy to fall into traps that can have long-lasting consequences. One common misstep is underestimating the total cost of homeownership. Many focus solely on the mortgage, forgetting about property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and unexpected repairs. It's like buying a car and forgetting it needs gas, oil changes, and tires. The thrill of the purchase can blind buyers to the reality of ongoing costs, which often leads to regret and financial strain. Another frequent error is neglecting the importance of location over aesthetics. A house can be renovated, but its location cannot be changed. People often prioritize a home's appearance, falling for trendy updates or fancy finishes, without considering the neighborhood's long-term value or potential resale difficulties. Picture buying a stunning home in a less desirable area. It might feel great at first, but when it's time to sell, finding a buyer can be an uphill battle. The smart move is to prioritize what you can't change: location, layout, and structural integrity. And then there's the classic mistake of rushing the process. In a hot market, it's easy to feel pressured into making a quick decision. Buyers might waive inspections or overlook red flags to secure a deal, only to discover significant issues later on. The key is patience, taking the time to do due diligence, ask the right questions, and not let fear of missing out dictate your actions. Next, let's talk about the risks associated with unexpected repairs and maintenance, which can turn your dream home into a money pit. Owning a home comes with its fair share of surprises, and not all of them are pleasant. The reality of unexpected repairs can quickly turn a dream home into a financial nightmare. From leaky roofs to faulty wiring, the costs can escalate faster than you can say, handyman. It's not just the expense, it's the stress and disruption that come with it. Many new homeowners are caught off guard by the sheer amount of upkeep required, often underestimating both the time and money involved. It's like buying a pet. You're not just buying the puppy, you're buying years of care, attention, and vet bills. Take, for example, the hidden dangers of outdated plumbing or electrical systems. What seems like a minor inconvenience can quickly escalate into a major repair, costing thousands. Imagine moving in, only to discover that your pipes are corroded or your electrical panel is outdated and unsafe. These aren't just fixes. They're major safety concerns that demand immediate attention, and they can blow a hole in your budget. It's a costly gamble that often catches homeowners unprepared, especially those who waived inspections in a rush to close the deal. And it's not just about fixing what's broken, it's also about preventing what might break. Regular maintenance is essential to avoid bigger, more expensive problems down the road. But this often involves a significant investment of time and money, from gutter cleaning to HVAC servicing. It's a constant battle of keeping up, and sometimes it feels like the house is winning. Next, we'll dive into the broader financial implications of these ongoing expenses and how they affect long-term wealth and stability. Owning a home isn't just about the upfront costs. It's about the ongoing financial commitments that can quietly drain your resources. Monthly mortgage payments are just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface lurk property taxes, homeowners insurance, and the inevitable maintenance expenses. It's a financial juggling act that often catches people off guard. What seemed manageable on paper can quickly spiral out of control, especially when unexpected repairs rear their ugly heads. The reality is that homeownership is not just an asset, it's a long-term responsibility. Consider the cumulative impact of these hidden costs over time. Small expenses like minor repairs, lawn care, or pest control add up, while bigger issues like roof replacements or water damage can devastate your savings. Homeowners who aren't prepared for these expenses may find themselves dipping into emergency funds or racking up debt just to keep the house running. It's a financial burden that can overshadow the initial joy of homeownership, turning what was once seen as a safe investment into a constant source of stress. Moreover, these financial strains can limit a homeowner's ability to invest in other areas, like retirement savings or education funds. Every dollar spent on an unexpected home repair is a dollar that's not being invested elsewhere. It's a balancing act that requires careful planning and foresight. But the financial implications don't end there. Many homeowners are also grappling with expectations that don't quite match reality, especially when it comes to the dream of owning the perfect home. The dream of owning the perfect home often clashes with the reality of what's actually achievable. Many buyers enter the market with grand expectations, thinking they'll find the ideal property that checks every box on their wish list. But the truth is, perfect homes rarely exist, and the pursuit of one can lead to frustration, overspending, and a sense of dissatisfaction. People get caught up in the illusion created by glossy real estate ads and home makeover shows, which often set a standard that's impossible to meet without a bottomless budget. One of the most common unrealistic expectations is believing that a new home will require little to no maintenance. The reality is that every home, whether new or old, needs constant care and attention. Even freshly built properties can have hidden defects or require tweaks to suit personal preferences. The fantasy of a move-in ready home with zero issues is just that, a fantasy. When faced with reality, many buyers feel let down, wondering why their experience doesn't match the picture-perfect scenarios they envisioned. Unrealistic expectations can also impact long-term happiness with the purchase. Buyers who stretch their budgets to get just one more feature often find themselves financially strapped and emotionally drained. The granite countertops or extra square footage may seem essential during the buying process, but over time, the joy of those extras fades compared to the strain of maintaining and paying for them. And as we wrap up, it's crucial to understand that the journey of homeownership is less about finding perfection and more about managing expectations and making informed choices along the way. Are you ready to take control of your electric bill and finally stop overpaying? It's all about making those small but impactful changes that add up over time. Imagine the freedom of having extra cash each month simply because you decided to act differently. So, what are you waiting for? Will you keep paying those sky-high bills, or will you make a change today? The power to transform your finances is literally in your hands. Every time you flip a switch or unplug a device, you're making a choice. Think about it. What could you do with the extra money you save each month? Invest it? Pay down debt? Maybe even treat yourself a little? The possibilities are endless, but it starts with taking that first step. Try out these strategies, see the results, and let that success fuel your next move. Your home doesn't have to be an energy drain, and you don't have to settle for those normal high costs. Did these tips inspire you? Drop a comment below and let us know how you're planning to cut down your energy costs. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss more tips like these that can help you live smarter, save money, and thrive in ways you never thought possible.